We're going to go ahead and go over some examples so you know how to finish both sides of this sheet in class. The first thing I want to do is make sure that you realize we're not going to use mental math for this sheet. I want you to just use cross products or the butterfly method that we talked about in class. We're going to do problem number 1 together. Okay, so for problem number 1, we're going to start with our cross products, which is going to be 35 times n, which is going to be 35 next to n. Remember, that means multiplication. We're going to put our equal sign in the middle, and then we're going to do 20 times 14. We're going to go ahead and simplify this whole thing so we can actually make it into an equation where we've got 35n equals 20 times 14 is 280. So now we are going to go ahead and take this and simplify it. We're going to divide each side by 35. And remember, that turns this into 1, because 35 divided by 1 is, 35 divided by 35 equals 1, and 280 divided by 35 is going to equal 8. So our answer to this problem is going to be n equals 8. You're going to do the rest of the sheet just like this. Some of them are word problems, so you'll have to turn them into proportions before you go ahead and start solving them. The second side of the sheet is still going to be working with proportions. You've got several different word problems. They have another example of cross multiplying. We are going to go ahead and also do problem 1 as an example for you. Let's make sure we know what this problem is going to be about before we start it. We're talking about Arthur taking a hike. He can do 1 hour, 3 miles. He wants to figure out how long it's going to take him to do 12 miles. So make sure you set up the proportion correctly. You've got miles on the bottom, and you've got hours on top. I'm going to make my variable h for hours. So now we're going to go ahead and take this and do our cross multiplying. So again, we're going to go ahead and do a cross product. We're going to take this and go 12 miles times 1 hour, so it's going to be 12 times 1 equals 3 times h, which is going to be 3h. Simplify it to be 12 equals 3h, because we know how many hours there are. We're going to take this and divide each side by 3 to get rid of that 3 or to turn it into a 1. So again, we turn that into 1, and 12 divided by 3 is going to be 4. So 4 is going to be h, or he can hike that at that same rate. It'll take him 4 hours. Just complete the rest of this sheet, both sides in class or for homework, and we'll go over the answers on Friday, February 6th.